Hey there, my name's Thomas. I'm doing another video as I'm actually going for a Black Ops 2 complete all challenges in a mission trophy. Pretty easy this one is, but it's influential as is the Black Ops 2. I seen on the session page that someone might be going for an Easter egg soon. I have 2 Easter eggs. So I've completed, out of my 4 Call of Duty games, I've completed 2 to 100% for my trophies. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are both needing still to be completed. I don't know why they call it Easter eggs, but anyways, the 2 DLC trophies on both Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 for the PlayStation 3 I need to do, and there's one, and possibly I'm going to keep checking for a second one. Both are really tricky, so what I have to do is I have to get a Bluetooth, which I think all of my headsets are Bluetooth, and I'm going to be able to synchronize. I might film it too on the video for my YouTube, but right now I'm going to let you watch me play. I have 4 challenges to get, which shouldn't take too long here. So I keep crossing my legs for some reason. I have no idea why.
Your bomb is under attack. Make sure no one leaves this room. You know I'm not going to do that. If you do not drop your gun, I will kill your friend. You got 5 seconds to decide. How did you even hear? Put them on. Lingus has escaped. What?
PMC has used glider wings to launch a massive air assault on the above. They use stealth tech. Our guns only hit a fraction of them. They're tearing this ship apart.
Firepower from the armor. They killed the security detail guarding Menendez. Take what you want. Menendez won't have done so long.
So I have an AK-47 and an AK-74U outfit on my gamer player. So unfortunately I have to start again because my buddy killed the turret, and that's one of the challenges. Man, I didn't know he was gonna fucking immediately fucking kill the turret. Shit, yo. So I gotta do a toss from down the hall. And when I do a toss from down the hall, then that will I was moving up the side to get right under the turret and fucking stick that thing with the fucking EMP grenade.
I'll speak only to the hit mess.
Jays lost the World Series last night. Pretty heartbreaking
I'll tell him.
for Jays fans as they were up 3-2 in the series. Unfortunately, they had multiple opportunities to win the game. You can't do anything because all season long these players are locked into hitting the ball and playing the field. So when you sit there and they miss the opportunities, they work their best to get to that opportunity. So right there is is a win itself. Unfortunately, just you can't. It's skill against skill. I didn't even play my baseball game since the postseason started because I know how serious it can be in professional sports. That's why I gamble on all professional sports, is because the seriousness that's associated with it, that I can also seriously make money in the real world off of it, right? And if I played in professional sports, I would expect large amounts of people to gamble on my health and well-being as well, that I succeeded, right? So ultimately, when you sit there and you assess the situation, what it comes down to is the players just, unfortunately, it was just that situation where skill was against skill and couldn't succeed. The Jays had a lot of opportunities to win the 6th and the 7th game. So hopefully the team stays together. I think they most likely will. The general manager, like the coach on the field, he said something that might haunt him and some of the office management. You know, if there's nothing wrong with, you know, handing out candy from the garage, that's for sure. But a year ago, what would you say if you were doing something to the effect of baseball? You know, preparation is all year round for the major leagues, right? So, you know, you can tell right away that that kind of comment might come back tenfold. But, you know, it's a normal thing that people do, but the seriousness of the World Series, the team itself wins $35 million. That in itself is serious enough for me to kind of, you know, you see a lot of sports players saying no comment. That's the thing about that. Next question, right? That's been like that for 35, 50 years. Even longer, the New York Yankees, some of the older teams in football, some of the older teams in hockey, Boston Bruins, right? And some of the basketball, LA Lakers, right? Some of the old teams, you know, a lot of their star players would end the press conference by saying no comment. Allen Iverson, one of the best point guards ever to play basketball, he freaked out one time at the whole fucking thing and completely called out some of the cameramen. And fuck, he kept talking too. He stayed there. I think he got a fine, right? So, but I don't think, it's like if you say that you're having a beer, not even watching the World Series, you're handing out candy, you know, that's normal in life, so no one can really get mad at you. But just the seriousness of the approach is I missed it again. I used the sticky instead of the EMP. Just sitting there and your approach towards your things. You know, the Toronto Blue Jays hired that coach, so you know, like I said about the players getting there, right? That coach wouldn't have got there if he wasn't like that. So it's not too bad, but just something to look at in the future, right? Where, you know, they're all talking to you and you're up 3-2 games in the series, or it's tied 3-3, right? A lot of people say no comments, right, to certain things, certain weird questions. You know, I was listening to some AM radio about the World Series, and some of these guys, they're talking about hypotheticals, and I told the guy beside me, you know, I said, these guys should be talking about the present. A real win that the Jays can take is some of their pitching came up clutch. You know, the Jays themselves, one of their best pitchers, I could pull up on the YouTube right now, or on the Google right now. One of their best pitchers projected to start the year was not
But you can go ahead and try what you did back
on the World Series roster. And when you look at the stats of the Jays,
Such a self-indulgent.
when you look at the stats of the Jays,
Take it from me.
just finding that pitcher, just finding that pitcher,
For insurance money, $11,000. That was the value they placed on her life.
you know,
It's your reason for me to live. What about you?
at the start of the season, he's the young pitcher that everyone wants to succeed, right? Or the mid-age pitcher that wants to succeed. He's got a little bit of,
Your father
uh,
and his people took Josefina
a
from me.
little bit of history, but you know, he started the season 2-8, right? So
Yeah, go ahead, I'm racing.
you know, last season he was 85. So coming out this year, the entire team molded around him to throw, 20 games, and he didn't. So just the Jays to succeed to the playoffs down the pitcher in a 5-pitch rotation is a win itself, for sure. I don't know about any other pitchers that didn't come, that didn't play perfect this season. Let's see. We didn't see Jose Barros that often. I wonder where he went, as he was a star pitcher. So they're also down another pitcher, right? Unfortunately, it'll be very difficult. They'll have the most difficult season next year, for sure, out of all the teams. There's a handful of pitchers on their roster here that are excellent pitchers that just did not have knockout seasons. Unfortunately, hits are a huge one, and one of the pitchers has a large amount of hits, but he also has a lot of games played. So again, it's tough for Jays fans, but something to take from the situation. At least the coach on the field, he's cool to have a beer and hand out candy on Halloween, which is not bad, right? A lot of people do. Fuck, man. I've heard a lot of people, they take their kids to a parking lot with a bunch of vehicles and they do trunk or treat. I never heard of that shit. But $35 million is nothing for a team to say, hey, we not a lot of teams recover. If you look at, I haven't looked at the stats of it, but I'm sure if you ever looked at the stats of teams that lost in the World Series in a Game 7, it's very difficult for them to come back the next season to succeed in the postseason. But one thing that the Toronto Blue Jays can take away from the entire situation, the Los Angeles Dodgers have gone to the postseason in the past 8 years, I think 6 times. So a complete team that is successful over a long duration. But the Blue Jays have an all-star roster, and some of them are locked in. you know, about 85% of the core is there for the next 3 seasons. So, you know, you can't say anything other than they gotta play the very first game of next season for a win. That's it. You can't, like the AM radio guys that I heard, you know, the female analyst was excellent. You can't live in the hypothetical when it comes to something like that, where what if they win the World Series, or what if they don't win the World Series? You know, these guys are talking about that on the news, and you know, immediately you're changing this fucking station because it's they're kids, right? So the female that I heard never did the hypothetical stuff. Usually women are not like that, but to sit there and to look at the situation itself. So I might have just got one of the challenges, which is great. Oh, dying. That's the one thing I didn't want to happen. So I'm gonna take the one win there. I gotta play this mission one more time. Unfortunately. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Can't believe I died. That's fucking cocksucking. One of the easiest things of all. On recruit 2. Fucking ass died on recruit. Can you fucking believe that? Of all my Black Ops history, just winging it and fucking talking on the fucking computer, like, holy fuck, are you kidding me? fuck, this guy got me again, yo. It's because I'm rushing through because it's on recruit. But the game fucking sees me run through the fucking program, so it fucking attacks me like it's on fucking veteran. It's fucking crazy like that. So I just like advanced right through a whole fucking area. So now the computer program's gonna come right after me in full force. It's gonna be like it's fucking veteran. See? I knew that was gonna happen. Huh?
Seal the door, or we out on the street.
Yeah, just one sec. Okay, got one challenge. Now I gotta find the claw. I gotta eat soon. I have to go to the store. Oh man. How long is this vid? 25 minutes? Fuck, dude. I should have died. Fuck on recruit. That's fucking newbie. Worst. The worst fucking thing I ever knew. Oh man, my fucking ass body's all cranking and cracking. I'm gaining weight. But fuck, yo. I got sick like a week ago. And now I can't fucking get this congestion away. It's fucking pissing me off, yo. I keep sniffling. It's like 2 weeks actually. I feel all fucking congested and shit. I fucking hate it, yo. I never get sick, yo. My whole life, been sick like 4 times. 4 or 5 times. I never fucking get sick. Ever. I fucking hate it so much. Yo, I got my fucking second Pfizer vaccine. I've gotten all 3. I got my second Pfizer vaccine. I won't even say it on this. It was fucking so bad. Holy fuck, I couldn't go to work. My third one was bad too. My first one was easy, but it was like, I was weak the second day. The second and the third Pfizer vaccines were fucking awful. They were so bad. Both were fucking terrible. Like fucking my body completely fucking was at like half capacity, nearly fucking worse than that. So fucking bad. Never get sick, yo. My internal's pretty good. I'm gonna go for a fucking blood work soon. My lungs and my heart's feeling pretty good. This sickness, usually you can feel some of your vital organs kind of get weak. My heart, the way that my feelings are. I've been stressed though. So when I got sick this time, my stress fucking has catalysted to be fucking strong against my sickness. So I've sat in here and I've had a lot of bad congestion and all that kind of shit. Stress is fucking brutal. When you get older, it's the worst fucking thing. A lot of people go to drugs. Not me though, I face it mentally. Because when I get really old, like 80 and 90, I just want to fall asleep when I die. I don't want a painful death. So I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't use drugs. Lately I've been having dessert, so I gotta try and figure out how I'm gonna... It's really difficult when you don't have desserts. Like, when you eat certain foods and the taste is just... I think it gets to the point where you're like, do I really have to, you know? Like, and all that mental stability brings you to where you are. So like I was saying about the baseball, right? They tried their best, that's all you can say. Like that right there, when I sniffle in, that's all congestion and fucking allergies and shit, right? Okay, so I gotta take control of a claw here. I think the last challenge is gonna be me not dying in the mission, which is pretty easy.
He's now in command of the satellite network controlling the entire U.S. drone fleet. We need to inform the Pentagon. Bridge is dead. We need our tech team working on this ASAP. We have to find this missing satellite control transmission.
It's early right now still, 8:44.
Section, security team Epsilon. We have Salazar secure. He surrendered without incident.
Where are you?
Hangar Bay 2.
On my way. What about Menendez?
He took over one of our fighters. I missed him by seconds, sir.
Traitors. Salazar. Today is a difficult day, Section. Tomorrow, we all win. Not you.
So I have no idea where a claw is. So I gotta try and figure out where I gotta find one of these claws here. It's on the bridge. So here I have to kill 8 guys in the air, which is pretty easy. And then I also have to fucking control a claw. Okay, so I think I got 3 out of the 4. So let me just run to the plane here. And we're gonna have to play the mission one more time. Oh. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Here we go. This is huge. Okay, so I got 3 out of the 4. So now all I have to do is just play the mission and not die. So here we go. One last time.
Premier Chen has pledged China's military support to all U.S. operations.
Yeah, it is a heartbreaking day for Toronto when it comes to the World Series.
America and China.
There's not much.
Truly marks the beginning of a new era.
And one that you should be damn proud of, Vladimir.
You know, they spent a lot of money for Santana, and they didn't use him to his full extent. You know, let me just see the Blue Jays salaries.
President Boswell sent certain
For those souls who have toiled and wrought without review. Some work on overboard may yet be done.
So, as you can see, Chris Bissett, Bo Bichette, Max Scherzer, Isa, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Ty France. So there's not many that are for free agency, which is good. Bo Bichette, 100%. You got to try and get as much money as possible to that guy. And Chris Bissett, you know, in the postseason he's done well, but
It's good you do not talk.
we'll see what that means.
We can take our time.
Next year, you know, Guerrero Jr. has to play as best he can to get most money for his next contract. Oh wait, no, hold on.
I will speak only to David Mason.
He's got 7 years, sorry, never mind.
Bring him to me. I will tell him everything.
So Springer's in next year, Guzman's in next year, Jimenez is next year, Kirk's next year, Hoffman's next year, Varshaw's in arbitration, Clement, he's in arbitration, so we gotta get him. Gotta get Clement for sure. 100% you gotta get Clement. He's the number one person other than Bo Bichette.
Do what you can.
And then and then you're looking at the free agency for other players, but definitely Bo Bichette and Ernie Clement have to be got for sure.
I'm not a kid this time. But you can go ahead and try what you did back then.
Violence is something we are paid for.
Such a self-indulgent piece of shit. Stop talking in riddles.
Bo Bichette's gone to the playoffs 4 times with the Jays, which is very good.
Do you know what that feels like yet?
So we gotta get him locked up. His last contract was a 3-year, 33.6 million. So this one, you're looking at a very large,
Choose the reason for me to live. What about you?
very large contract,
What drives you?
which is good. The Jays' amount of money.
Einstein once said that the economic anarchy of capitalism is the main source of evil. Your father and his people took Josefina from me. Luis, tu papá está muerto. Your father's dead. And his people. Finished.
Yeah, go ahead, Albert Briggs.
I have a situation. We're tracking a passenger jet and trading the bodies in near space. Wait, what is that? Those birds. They wait and go. An equinox unto the savageries.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
There are hundreds of them. I have just lost camouflage to the interrogation room. Security is near the bridge.
If he's so much you lose an inch, you put a bullet in his brain. You got me? Your bomb is under attack. Ensure no one leaves this room.
You know I will not kill you, Italians. If you do not drop your gun, I will kill your friend. You got 5 seconds to decide.
How did you even hear?
Put them on. Turn around.
Menendez has escaped. What?
PMCs use glider wings to launch a massive air assault on the bomb. They use stealth tech. Our guns only hit a fraction of them. They're tearing this ship apart.
Heavy fire. They killed the security detail behind Menendez. Take what you want. Menendez couldn't have done this alone. He must have men inside. Right now we have to focus on regaining control of the Obama.
So. And Addison Barger, they have to make sure. Why didn't that one? Why didn't I see Addison Barger in the room? Oh, there. Amateur draft, that's why. So he's another one. Ernie Clement and Addison Barger and Bo Bichette. Definitely Bo Bichette. They need Bo Bichette. For sure. Okay, so I just have to beat the level without dying. This should be relatively easy for me. Just gonna take the time. to a Blue Jays game this season too. They played the Kansas City Royals, and I'm gonna tell you something. What a electric game, and I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I won't lie about this at all. They lost in the 9th inning. Can't believe it, eh? Is that absolutely terrible for me? I teared when they were starting to succeed in the postseason. So that has something to do with childhood memories. Whenever you're growing up and you're playing baseball too, you kind of have that kind of sentimental value associated with your life. So, anyways, definitely I teared when they were succeeding and winning in the postseason, thinking, yeah, man, they might win the World Series and stuff, right? But I'll tell you this 100%. Went to a game this year, and they were playing so well, and just going to the actual stadium is really, really fun. So just knowing that they had a couple real difficult losses this year. I was there for one of them, and it's very difficult to recover. Some of these guys will never play baseball the same after this situation. Some people will never watch baseball again, right? The loss of $35 million to the team and, the city environment is just something. Almost died. I can't believe that. Why I would face against the turret? I have no idea. Wow.
Baltimore Blues.
Oh man. Oh. Whoa. Almost done. 2/3. And I'll be getting a Tech Silver trophy here coming up. It is bad as fuck, this silver trophy.
Briggs is a good man, Menendez. Don't kill him. Shoot him in the leg. He's alive. Thank you, bro.
If we truly succeed today, Abner Briggs will come to understand why
I got 2 more big trophies to go for on this game after this one. Just gotta successfully complete the bridge. And I'm looking at another clutch trophy. So the Toronto Blue Jays definitely have a significant amount of payroll. You gotta hook up Bo Bichette, Addison Barger, and Ernie Clement. These guys did so well in the postseason. You lock up those 3 stars, and you're looking at, you know, a good group of guys for the Blue Jays for the next 4 or 5 seasons. Just the players themselves would know to lock up those 3. The team itself, it hasn't changed that much at all, which would signify another winning season and another winning season and another winning season. So just doing something like that, where you can sit there and build a clutch franchise in your office. If you're sitting there and you didn't win the World Series this season, just looking at the group of guys that didn't win the World Series, you know, they're top 5 contender for next year already, right? And top 5 contender the year after that, and possibly the top 5 or top 10 contender the year after that. So you're looking at 4 possible seasons in the front office. You know, some of these guys that own a baseball team, you'll win and lose, but when you lose the World Series, it's a blow. But if you let it get to you, then you can definitely lose a lot more. So hopefully they don't live in their mind too much at the loss for too long. It's natural to feel the loss for sure, but you know, it could last a lifetime. But you gotta play the first game of next season too. You gotta take care of the players there, because they're all hurting right now for sure. And you need their management to do things in the next couple months that will help them lock a job on a very good baseball team. So just getting the World Series to Game 7 is 2 really good franchise organizations. So the whole league. Can't play favorites. You know, that's where I am. I would like to own the whole sports league, not just the team. The fucking ass league, yo. Me. Okay? Toronto would have been live this winter with the World Series win, going down to Florida in the spring, but it's going to LA, right? Own the whole fucking ass league. That's where I'm at, yo. That's my fucking ass tip. Straight up. You hear that? No jokes. Toronto's really good though, really good team. They had all the good ingredients. You know, when you sit there and you look at the World Series itself, Toronto's massively a favorite. You know, at least 6-1 or 6-2 with the plays themselves. The Dodgers themselves didn't generate enough winning chances, and when you look at the stats of the actual games themselves, it looks like the only reason that some of the Dodgers won, the only reason why some of the Dodgers won was because the mistakes, was because the mistakes of the Blue Jays. So I gotta restart the fucking mission again on cocksucking recruit. So when you look at the World Series itself, because the Blue Jays didn't capitalize on all of their chances, they had so many chances to put the game away, and the LA Dodgers weren't making chances for themselves very often. So the only reason why the Jays lost was because the Jays just made a couple timely errors. You know, I can go through every game, every pitch. It's easy. If you look at a lot of the LA Dodgers' success in the series, you got an 18-inning game where one of the players successfully went like 4 for 4 with 4 walks, 8 at bats in total. So that's a star in the series right there. But if you look at the other games, let me just bring it up quick. Just so I make sure that I know, because you would look at the World Series itself, but you'd also look at the individual concepts. So the Dodgers won last night with 11 hits. The day before that, they won with only 4 hits. When they lost in Game 5, they only registered 4 hits again. When they lost in Game 4, they only registered 6 hits. So the last 4 games, they're not hitting the ball at all. In the 18 innings that they played, they registered a total of 16 hits. Just in the baseball game itself, 16 hits should register a lot of points scored, but they only registered 6 total runs. I'm not sure if walks are included. Now, in Game 2, the Dodgers won 5-1, but they only registered again a small amount for 5 runs, which is 6 hits. And in Game 1, when the Jays won 11-4, on the 4 runs that they scored, they only hit the ball 6 times. So when the Jays hit the ball 14 times in game 1, they scored 11 runs. And again, in game 2, when the Jays only scored 1 run, they actually hit the ball 4 times, which is average, right? Which is a pitching game. In game 3, when the Jays lost in 18 straight innings, or 18 innings in total, they hit the ball 15 times for 5 runs, which is not good. 15 hits we already seen in game 1. 14 hits is 11 total runs, sometimes more, right? So, by game 4, they scored 6 runs on 11 hits, the Jays did. And then this is a really good stat. Capitalizing on runners on base, 9 total hits for the win in game 5 on the road, registering 6 runs. So this is crucial for high win probability. Now in game 6, they scored 1 run, but they hit the ball 8 times, which is very hurtful. And in 11 innings last night in the Game 7 World Series, for 4 total runs, they hit the ball 14 times. Now, you're looking at the whole schedule itself as a pitching series, other than Game 1, where the Jays just came out and just swung the bat very strongly. But if you look at the other teams in the entire league looking forward, to beat the Blue Jays next year would be difficult right now, the roster. So last night's roster that was on the Jays, and same with any other team trying to play the Dodgers. Both those teams, all the other teams would have a difficult time playing them. There's one team that's really strong out there that didn't make the World Series, which is the Milwaukee Brewers. There's other teams that are pretty strong, like the New York Yankees, or the Seattle Mariners, or the Chicago Cubs. These other teams are, I did it again, are very strong, right? But right now, if the season started today with the same rosters, the Jays most likely would make the division again, which is what you want. First round wild card bye. So they can't make too many adjustments to the roster. So hopefully they know that. Hopefully that it is what it is. I have to quit because I'm just going to load out my weapon. I can't believe I lost at the end on recruit. Now I fucking put the Full Metal Jacket on. Fuck these guys, yo.
Premier Chen has pledged China's military support to all U.S. operations in anticipation of a cyber attack.
I gotta get ready here. I'm gonna do a couple stretches while I wait, because again I lost.
Joining forces truly marks the beginning of a new
The one that you should be damn proud of, Reggie.
My neck's been caught up there. Alright, let's go here. I lost because the Jays lost because I live near Toronto. Would have been a pretty live winter for 3 months. That's what it is.
We can take our time.
Okay.
I'll speak only to David Mason. Bring him to me. I will tell him everything. David.
I didn't even watch World Series. I'm gonna do that later. I might tear because of my childhood stuff, my child memories.
Do what you can. I'll be on the bridge.
I got some pretty awesome baseball memories
I'm not a kid this
as
time,
a kid.
but you can go ahead and try what you did back then.
Opulence is sinful and we all pay for it.
Such a self-indulgent piece of shit. Stop talking in riddles.
It's taken from me. Do you know what that feels like yet? Admit it, towards the warehouse. For insurance money, $11,000 helps the family.
Fuck man, you can't skip these cutscenes. It's fucking shit.
It's the reason for me to live. Not about to leave, but drives you.
The weather's starting to get cold here.
Einstein once said
Oh,
that
man.
for capitalism is the real source of evil. Your father and his people took Josefina from me. Pues, tu papá está muerto. Your father's dead.
3 degrees next Monday. Like, holy fuck, you know.
Finished.
Yeah, go ahead, Ira Breeze.
We have a situation. We're tracking a passenger jet. It's really a bombs near space. Wait, what is that? Those burners. Embrace. Endo. On your house.
We're under attack. We're under attack. If she so much as moves an inch, you put a bullet in his brain. You got me? Your bomb is under attack. Ensure no one leaves this room.
You know I cannot kill you, David. If you do not drop your gun, I will kill your friend. I have seconds to decide.
How did you even hear?
Put them on. Terrible.
Okay, fuck. This is for a silver trophy. My damn gameplay skills have been shit. That fucking grenade was thrown at me. I was right there by the plane too.
PMC's used glider wings to launch a missile on the above. They use stealth tech. Our guns only hit a fraction of them. They're tearing this ship apart.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this video. Hey, how much coffee is too much coffee? The amount of liquid of coffee versus the amount of things that you do regularly. If you're like a 6-foot guy, does that mean you drank that much fucking liquid of coffee in the morning? So if I'm like 6'3", do I have an extra large instead of a medium to a 5'5" guy? You know what I mean? If I'm 5'5" and I have a medium, does that mean a 6'5" guy has an extra large? Is that how that works? I'm not sure, but coffee's excellent. It's so good to fucking cheat life. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking absolutely have a coffee in the morning and you can skip all breakfast and it doesn't do anything to your fucking body. I've been drinking coffee for probably 25 years and I have no health effects, luckily. Well, not luckily, but I have no effects from the coffee. The weirdest thing that I go through with coffee is if I have a coffee late and I don't sleep well, which is not normally what happens. I guess after 25 years, there's really no health effects of coffee anyways. I just didn't, I never drank, there's times in my life where I drank black coffee. Probably for a year or two solid, I've drank black coffee. But as I got older, coffee was definitely getting stronger. So when the coffee gets stronger, different things can happen in your body. All right. Almost done this room here, which is good. This room is going to be pretty tricky on veteran. There's a lot of guys here. And veteran, you have to advance the program to stop them from generating. So the generating of the actual computer program is brutal, because if you just sit there, they're just gonna keep pouring in like real life, right? So you have to generate, you have to go through the actual computer system of the gameplay to stop these guys from showing up, which is fucking so difficult. So that one spot that I just cleared on the bridge is gonna take me quite some time to beat. But when I play online, or when I play on veteran, I definitely try my best. So I'm just gonna skip this part because it's unneeded. I can just skip that part easily. Play. So now this part here is the second part that's rather tricky. Fuck, man, that guy got me with a shotgun and put me at like 15% health. That's fucked. Okay, got that turn out of the way. Fuck! I can't believe that just happened again.
You got it.
I'll find these little spots in the maps where I can pass areas per checkpoint, which is pretty important. I went through that a lot with World at War. There is a couple muddy bunkers in World at War Call of Duty where, my gosh, was it ever difficult? Okay. Almost done.
Seal the door. Where we at on G? Need a team cutting through this wall right now. I lost comms to Admiral Briggs. He may be in danger of communication like these things like this. We have to
I'll need a security clearance, sir.
Briggs! Menendez is right outside the server room. Do not shut down the systems. If the security goes down, Menendez will waltz right in. Briggs!
Briggs is repositioning his systems now, trying to regain control of their automatic defenses. This asshole. In position. Briggs is summoned.
When I go outside, it's best not to talk about the World Series with anyone. Online, I can say whatever I want by myself. People will watch it, and you can see that I'm by myself. Even though that you can watch me talk about it, doesn't affect anything, especially in time, because right now I'm just talking to a camera. So whoever watches this, in time, this is how I am outside of what occurred, right? But out there in public, Jays fans, you can't really talk to them for the next little while. Fortunately, I can't skip the story cutscenes. Like, holy fuck! I gotta go and do stuff after this. It was fallback time last night, which is good. There's not many foods in life that will give you massive health effects over a 40-year span. Usually, massive health effects would involve multiple factors, but the food itself would have to be considerable amounts. So, let's say, for example, that I use coffee every day. The 2 or 3 cups is the stigma of the actual mass of liquid. So, if I use coffee a day, the mass of liquid that I use is appropriate to my threshold. The threshold that I have in association with the amount of resource that I use in the beneficial of good health, which would be for my life to stay healthy. So let's say, for example, that I ate lettuce every day. If you ate lettuce every day for 90 years, I don't think there's a health effect at all. The exact same lettuce every day, the exact same, there's like 4 different plant leaves there that the human will eat. If you ate it every day, I don't think there's a single health effect. There's some other vegetables where there's no health effect. Coffee, the only thing is caffeine. So caffeine goes into your brain.
Section, Security Team Epsilon. Where cells are secure. He surrendered without incident. Anchor Bay 2. On my way. What about Menendez? He took over one of our fighters. We missed him by seconds, sir.
I can't believe I just jumped off the stairs and almost died. Like, I'm right at the end too again. Oh my gosh. I can't fucking believe it, yo. I'm just gonna use the claw to play it safe. Like, fuck this shit. Just gonna use the machine. So, I'm going to show you how serious this is. I'm going to let you watch the screen. And you're going to see me get trophy. So, let me see where we are. This is the same view as yesterday. Let me see here. There it is right there. Number 2. And let me see number 3. I'll move you back just a bit. And there it is. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be pretty sweet. We're looking for a trophy up in this corner here of the screen for success. So there you have it. As I've succeeded, we will see the trophy signal in the top right corner with the sound appropriate to it, and will be a success. And it is a success. Hopefully, as long as the game doesn't crash. So this is a huge silver trophy. This is why I videotaped it, or video recorded it, because it's very influential to my success on this game. You ready for it? Yes, mission complete. That is a big man's trophy right there. So we are just going to go to the career record. We're going to go to Odyssey, and you can see challenges completed in the middle on the right, 10 out of 10. So I have to get all of those challenges complete, plus these ones, and it signals, and it gets me for an earning of a gold trophy. So let's get out. And I have to change my computer to daylight savings. I'm gonna get some water. Gotta get some bottled water. I need something else. Can't remember what. Now I gotta get a shit ton of groceries too. I gotta chill in the store for a while too. Okay. So I should be signing in a couple seconds. There we go. Signed in. And let's perform the sync operation for the company of Sony Entertainment System of the division of the PlayStation Network 3, or the PlayStation 3 network. The PlayStation 3 and the network itself is PlayStation. Oh man! 33%. This is a big, big trophy for me. I fucking backed out of there. Did I really? When I put the controller down? Fuck. What a fucking ass piece of shit that is, eh? And it's still loading. Fuck, man. I didn't even put the controller down hard at all. How the fuck did that goddamn happen? Oh. Okay. Loading. Still loading. That sucks. Is it still loading? No, good. It's done. Gotta resynchronize. Okay, I gotta get ready, go inside. And then when I come back, I got massive jogging. Well, not massive jogging because it's cold. Now I don't jog outside because it's too cold. Oh, I gotta wipe my shoes. That's what I have to do. I got to wipe my shoes to look fly out there in the pubs. The publics. Yeah, I can't remember. I never usually get white bottom shoes because they're so difficult, the white is, eh? The white tits keep clean. Look at that. Woo! My gosh, that's huge. Is that ever fucking awesome or what? That is something good right there. Those three. Now, when I come back today, I'm going to try again for another one in that game. And then later this week, I'm going to try for again another one. By doing that, the success will be so high at that game that I could 100% that one before the very Black Ops that I've been trying to, called Black Ops 1. So, Black Ops 1 seems to be very difficult to platinum, but I have an opportunity soon to platinum Black Ops 3. If I can get a certain online trophy. Oh. Let me just synchronize on my phone. That's a huge trophy right there. Nice. Now it's on my profile. That's sweet. As you can see right there, that is so sweet. Just like that. I'm watching my hand. My nerves are pretty good. Let's see this one. That one's better. This one's tough because it's like a pinch. There we go. And I'm out. Okay, so that's all we got for today. So as you can see, the player card, 3 brand new Black Ops 2 trophies. I'm going for 2 more, which will signal beneficial progress to the Black Ops 2 completed game, and that will be put away permanently as well, the Black Ops 2, hopefully, if I can platinum it. So thanks for watching. See you later.